Hi everybody, my name is Alyssa and this is my second video regarding the Global Learning Project. I have been meeting up with a guy named Paul and he's from Ireland, and this second video is going to talk about the interaction that I had with him where I had to teach him something about my culture, and what I chose for that was playing card games. I chose that specifically because when I was growing up it's something that I did recreationally a lot, especially with my father and a lot of my friends. It was just something that I did all the time. So playing cards, I felt encompassed like a lot of not just my personality, but like ways that I could connect with people, especially my father and my friends. So I interviewed a few people regarding how many card games they know, including Paul. And just as a comparison, on average, it seemed like my friends and I, who are all American, all knew about 10 games. I personally knew 16 games, including 4 different kinds of solitaire. And then Paul, he knew a total of 7 games plus just 1 type of solitaire. And that was what I expected. My friends and I seemed to know a lot more games. And then I also wanted to compare Paul's to my father. My father knows 18 card games and 6 different types of solitaire on top of that. So just comparing the amount of games that American-born people know and Paul knows is drastically different. So other than that, what I wanted to do was I wanted to teach Paul a couple of the card games that I know. One of which was taught to me by one of my friends, and one of which was taught to me by my uncle. And I thought it would be cool to pass along those games to him. But in the middle of that interaction, I found out that Paul had never played Go Fish or War. And that super surprised me. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Go Fish and War seem to be like the staple games that like kids in America know. So on top of the 2 games that I taught him, I also taught him how to play War and Go Fish. And one of the comments he presented to me was he'd seen Go Fish on American TV, he just never played it. But in all, my thoughts and feelings going into it was like, hey, am I going to be able to teach him these games right? Am I going to do a good job being a teacher, basically? Not particularly the type of game, because I didn't know going in that I was going to be teaching him War and Go Fish, which are 2-player games. But he seemed during the actual interaction, he seemed to be more receptive to the group games, War and Go Fish, and I think he told me it was just because like he liked the competitive air and he found solitaire lonely, and I agree. It's just like, you know, we know a lot of types of solitaire. He only knows the one from the computer. I figured, like, hey, solitaire is something you can do when you're bored, but I guess he just doesn't see it that way. And, you know, that was really interesting to me. Other reactions that he was just, he had a lot of fun during the pair-type games, and I think he was really excited to learn, like, Go Fish and War, because those are such simple games. But, yeah, in terms of, like, my own behaviors during the interaction, one of the drastic changes was teaching him the 2-player games, because I wasn't expecting him to react like so, not really sorely, but you know, sorely to the solitaire games. So I had to try and get another way for him to be receptive. So that was one thing. And then just like things that emerged from the interaction in terms of his culture and my culture, I guess it was just like I kind of had a feeling going in, and then it was confirmed that card games are kind of like not really more competitive to him, but it's just like it's something that he only does with friends. And you know, I don't know, I know a lot of solitaire, he doesn't. It's not like that's the major thing, but it's just like in his culture it's kind of like a party thing, and there's a lot of party type card games here too, but it's just like if we grow up as kids knowing how to play War and Go Fish and he doesn't, what does that say? You know, we do it more for recreation. And yeah, so in all, I just thought that was the most interesting thing that I got out of it, and it was really fun playing cards with him. He actually taught me how to play an Irish card game. It was just Uno with a bunch of crazy rules, but it was still really cool getting to know that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.